What's up, everybody? Thanks for dropping in. My name's Dylan, and today we're going to talk about how to survive at home after college. So if you're like me and after you graduated college, you didn't get an apartment, you do have a job, but you don't really live near any of your friends, have time to do anything you want, or have energy to do whatever you want. So this video is appropriately titled How to Survive Life at Home After College because it is surviving. And if I was more of an optimist, and I used to be, if I was still an optimist, I would title the video How to Thrive at Home After College, but that's not really what it feels like. It does feel like survival. And that's not to say that it's like some terrible thing, but it's just different. And that's the thing about it. It's different and it's adjusting to that different. And the transition is unlike any transition. It was easier to go from high school to living at college, away from my high school friends, away from my family, and meet all these new people in this brand new place. It was easier to do that than it was to say goodbye to that place that became home after 4 years, to come back home. Not that I don't like my home, it's just different. When you have that feeling of independence, even though it's not real independence, let's face it, there's like cafeterias on most college campuses, and there's like special police dedicated to just your school, and you have RAs all over the place. It's very different. But it's not to say that it's bad, it's just the transition into it can be tricky. And it's something that, I've been dealing with for, almost 6 months now. After I graduated, I didn't start a job for 3 months. June, July, and August were incredible. I loved, not having work, not having responsibilities, just kind of taking it easy for once, because college, as fun as it is, it's still work. So, but then you start living at home, and a lot of people have to do that now to save money. College is way too expensive. There's so many issues with that entire system of how rates go up every year, and with the whole loans and repayment and average debt, and it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely absurd, and it makes me sick thinking about it. But the reality is that a lot of grads have to live at home, and I'm fortunate that I can. I have a good relationship with my parents, and I, live close enough to where I work where it's not ridiculous to make a commute, and it's just the best way to save money for now. But that's not to say that, a lot of people, might need to be in a situation like I'm in now where they're able to save money and they can't. Either home is too far away from them. In the case of my school and of where I live, which is New England, Boston is the hub for the job market. And, a lot of people at school might come from New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont, Connecticut, in these little tiny towns that don't really have a ton of opportunity. And so the opportunity lies at the center of New England and Massachusetts in Boston. So it's a reality for a lot of people that you can't actually get a great job unless you live in this area, but that might be super far from home. And so a lot of them just say, what? Making the move, bite the bullet, pay the loans off while you pay rent. And it becomes this really taxing process where you're just constantly owing money, whether it's bills, like electricity, heat, rent, car insurance, phone bill, loans. It's like compounds on itself. So I don't in any way I'm not in any way trying to complain that I have it tough at home. I actually really like what is set up right now. I know it's only temporary, but there are still struggles with it that I feel like a lot of other people might be going through. So I've been trying to come up with some tips that help make it a little easier to live at home after college. So starting out with those tips, one of the big realities that we face is that our friends are not close by anymore. I'm lucky enough with my friends are about an hour away in different directions. And you know, since I'm back at home, a lot of my high school friends are around, so that makes it a little easier. But some of the people I was friendly with, like, moved extremely far away. I'm not really going to be able to spend as much time with them. So using apps to be able to chat with people, whether it's just, you know, a basic message or if it's voice chat, it's a great way to, you know, stay in contact, and, you know, keep those relationships strong, because everyone's going to be in different positions, whether it's grad school, they're looking for a job, or they're fully, you know, they're employed full time. It's going to be different for everyone, and that's going to greatly shape how much time you have to spend with those other people. So you really have to prioritize, okay, you know, my closest friends, I want to make sure that I can talk to them and see them, you know, and it becomes like, I can't plan next week to hang out with my friends. I have to plan not even next month, sometimes like a month and a half, 2 months in advance, because that's how little time people have after school. I mean, you know, you think about it, if you work an 8-hour day with like an hour lunch, that's 45 hours a week. 45 hours a week. I wasn't even in class for half that amount of time. And not to mention, you know, doing homework, like, to me now is like incredible. Like, you get to hang out with friends, you know, get a coffee, you know, lounge around, work on stuff that you really care about, and then, you know, when it's done, you can do whatever the hell you want. It's like, you get back from work, you're tired, it seems like this great thing that you don't have anything to do, but you know, you gotta eat, you gotta think about dinner, you gotta think about, you know, meal prep, what are you gonna bring to lunch at work. You know, there's other things that fill that void and make it even bigger of a transition. So planning weekends out way in advance is something that helps a ton. When you have things to look forward to, the day-to-day becomes a lot less monotonous. You know, of course, if you love your job, that helps too. And I really do love my job, but it still helps to plan those things out, to have something to look forward to. It just has to be done a lot further ahead of time than typical. Another thing is, you know, if you do live at home and you have a good relationship with your family, you know, maybe don't leave every single weekend to go do something. You know, try to spend time with them. You're not gonna live at home forever, and if you decide to make a move somewhere, you know, it might be really far away from your family because of work, or, you know, to pursue your aspirations. For other reasons, you might move far away, and you're not in that situation anymore. You know, maybe you went to school far away from your family, and so you didn't get to see them much while you were there either. So, you know, use the time to be at home to spend with them, because that's not gonna last forever. Another tip I have is to break up the week. So I personally really like Wednesday, you know, hump day. It is hump day today. You know, breaking up the week on Wednesday can be a great way to, you know, segment it, because you're getting to the halfway point, you're giving yourself a little reward. Maybe you're going out to dinner, you know, maybe you're gonna hang out with friends that night. You know, not do anything crazy, but just being able to see other people, or being able to get out of your normal. So if you just commute home, you know, you eat dinner, you take a shower, you know, lounge around, you maybe watch some Netflix, you know, watch some YouTube, whatever it is, watch some Dylan Archer videos, whatever it is you're doing, break it up, do something different, you know? And if you do that, not only will it keep things interesting, it'll, you know, give you a little bit of relief, a little bit of excitement, you know, looking towards the weekend, which is only a couple days away now. So that's something that really, really helps a lot. I haven't done it a ton, but whenever I do it, you know, it works out. If you can make the time, I highly recommend doing that. So yeah, just kind of like a mini rant slash a few tips to, you know, survive at home. And there are a ton more. There's gonna be a lot more videos to come. I'm actually not feeling very well right now. My throat's kind of scratchy. It doesn't sound like that at all. I'm really trying hard for you guys. But I'm not doing so hot. So I do want to get more in depth with this. And, you know, it is the first video of the series, so a lot more to come. But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like it, subscribe for more. I post every Wednesday and Saturday, as most of you already know. And hope to see you in the next video.